as best as we can to sink into this practice of santosha and find contentment here. What that really means is letting go of all of our desires, letting go of our wishes, and just accepting everything is as it is now. Being content with who we are, what we have in this moment, how we present ourselves in this moment, and again, knowing that everything is as it should be. Resisting the temptation to perhaps dwell on the past. In turn, resisting the temptation to kind of cast ourselves into the future. Whilst it's perfectly okay to set these goals and set these intentions, for now, let's just find this happiness as we are. Knowing that happiness isn't necessarily a thing we can attain. We can't buy it, we can't force it. But again, by finding this little bit of acceptance, creating space for that happiness and that peace within. So perhaps at times during this practice where we're not entirely sure, or perhaps not entirely happy with how a particular shape feels in our body, see if again we can come to this practice of santosha, letting everything be just as it is. Let that be enough. So taking just a few more breaths in. Soft, steady drinks of breath in through the nose, and see how it feels to welcome in that cool, fresh air. As we exhale, just letting it go. You're welcome to take as many sighs out through the mouth as you wish here. But letting the breath gradually arrive into that natural, steady pattern. Finding that natural pace. Perhaps staying with that for a few moments. So again, knowing that there's no need to rush into the next thing, just staying with the breath. Steady inhales, steady exhales. Maybe we aim to take just 5 more of those breaths together. So we take that deep breath in through the nose. Soft sigh out through the mouth. Keep that going, deep breath in. Deep breath out. 3 more, deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more, breath in. Breath out. Then just 1 more time, big breath in. And a big breath out. And then let's just gently bring the palms and hands together in front of the heart space. And perhaps as it is a very cold, chilly day outside, let's welcome in that little bit of warmth, a little bit of heat. So rubbing the palms and hands together as many times as you wish. And let's maybe pick a part of the body that needs a little bit more warmth, needs a little bit of attention today. So placing the palms and hands to wherever you are naturally drawn to. Could be anywhere, could be the heart space, the belly, the shoulders, the neck, the knees, anywhere at all. Just letting the hands rest on that particular place. And you're more than welcome to maybe keep the hands there for a moment. Or maybe kind of wriggling the fingertips around, almost like we can give ourselves this little bit of self-massage here. Really tending to the body in this nurturing, caring way. And taking 1 more breath wherever you are. 1 more exhale. Beautiful. We're going to take that twice more. So palms and hands come together. Rubbing the palms and hands together. And use this time now to decide on where we might go to next. So again, choosing a particular place and letting the hands rest there. Beautiful. Again, you might just keep the hands wherever they naturally land. Or maybe there's that little bit of movement, that little bit of a wriggle there. Beautiful. Notice the warmth and notice the comfort the hands bring. Again, taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. One final time, palms, hands come together. And rub the palms, hands together. A little bit heat, a little bit warm. Beautiful. One final place of our choice. Let the hands rest. Really use this time just to connect to ourselves on this kind of deeper level. So again, as that warmth sinks in, maybe send our awareness slightly deeper into the body, into the mind. And see what else might be lingering just beneath the surface. And again, let's take another steady breath in. Steady breath out. Beautiful. And then from here, let's again bring the palms, the hands together. And one final time, creating that little bit of peace. Beautiful. And this time we're all going to come to the same place. We're all going to place the palms of the hands over our eyes, and warming up the muscle face, warming up the eye sockets. This is a beautiful way to really energize the eyes here, wake ourselves up a little bit. So maybe we separate the fingers just a little bit here, let that light filter through. Feel free to blink the eyes a couple of times. And then nice and easy, let's let the hands fall away from the face, open our eyes back into our beautiful practice. Beautiful, well done. Okay. So I hope you're feeling nicely settled in. So let's start our practice of starting from our toes and coming all the way up. So let's just send one leg out in front. Doesn't matter which leg you have out in front first of all. And we're just going to start wriggling the toes round and round. Beautiful. So it's not necessarily a roll of the ankle just yet, just moving the toes around. You might have this little play of really kind of clenching through the toes and really squeeze them super tight. And then seeing if we can open the toes nice and wide. Beautiful. Taking up space. I can see a few Christmas socks around. I'm very enjoying it. So very much enjoying it. Well done. And again, just keep wriggling around. I'm almost disappointed in myself that I didn't like Christmas socks. Me too. Lovely, well done. So just keep those toes a little wriggle. Beautiful. See if we can move every single toe. Sometimes that little toe gets a little bit left out. So again, you can move that toe around. Beautiful. Okay, take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. And then let that leg have a little rest. Let's come onto the other side. So again, lifting the toes up and have that little wriggle. Maybe one foot feels a little bit easier to have that little wriggle round than the other. Lovely stuff. And again, let's have a go at really kind of clenching the toes in super tight, very similar to kind of clenching your fists here. And then opening the toes super, super wide. Beautiful, well done. Just keep that going just for a few more minutes. Lovely stuff. Okay, one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Lovely. Let's let that leg have another little rest. Let's come back across to the other side. So again, this time you're going to take that leg into the air. This time we're going to find that roll of the ankle. So sending those toes round and round. Beautiful. As always, there might be those few clicks and cracks here just as we start to wake up through that space. Lovely, especially as it's cold, our joints, our bones might be a little bit more achy today. Wow, more Christmas jump as well. So disappointed I'm not dressed for the occasion. Okay, let's go for one more big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to change the direction, go round and round the other way. Okay, one more breath here. One more exhale. Lovely. Let's again let that leg have a little rest. Same again on the other side. We're just going to roll those toes round. Still maybe seeing if we can spread the toes super wide as we go. Beautiful, well done. Okay, and let's do that big breath in. Big breath out. And then change the direction. Let's go round and round. The other way a couple of times. Beautiful. Wow, it's much of a circle we can. One more breath in. One more breath out. Beautiful, okay. Let's again let that leg have a little rest. Let the toes and the ankles down. Let's creep up towards the knees a little bit. So we're going to take hold of this right knee, start to guide it in towards the belly. Let's all take hold of the back of the thigh, however. So interlacing the fingers. I'm really scared this chair is just going to break underneath. It's very dodgy today, okay? So interlacing the fingertips. Taking hold of the back of the thigh. We're going to flex through that right ankle. Take a deep breath in. Then as we exhale, we're just going to kick that heel out in front. So lengthening the leg just as much as we wish. It doesn't need to lengthen entirely. Let's really not worry about how high the leg is. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to take another breath in to bend back into that knee and really squish the thigh into the belly here. As we exhale, let's again lengthen, kick it away. Beautiful. Inhale, draw it in. So start to move with the breath. Exhale, send it away. Taking this twice more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lovely. One more time. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Well done. Inhale to draw that knee in towards the chest. Thigh in towards the belly. One more little squeeze. Maybe now take the hands to the shin. And again, give it that extra little hug in. One more breath in. And then as we exhale nice and easy, let's just let that foot come all the way back down to the ground. Same again, other side. So taking hold of the left knee, guide it in towards the belly. And again, let's start by taking hold of the back of the thigh, interlace the fingertips maybe for that sturdy grip. Flex into that left ankle, take a breath. Exhale, here we go. Kick it out and see how it feels to lengthen that left leg, engage to the back of the leg, maybe. Beautiful, use your breath in to draw it back in, squeeze it in. Exhale, send it away. Lovely, couple more times. Big breath in. Big breath out. Twice more, big breath in. Big breath out. One more time, big breath in. And a big breath out. Super, really well done. Let's again draw that thigh back in towards the belly. Maybe now take the hands around the shin so we can give it that extra squeeze in. Well done. And then nice and easy. Let's let that foot come all the way down to the ground. Super well done. Okay. Creeping into the hips now. So we're going to come across to that right knee again. So taking hold of the knee, you might need to have that little shimmy further forwards just so we've got a little bit more space to move around here. So we're going to take hold of that right knee, draw it in. And do feel free to maybe use both hands to kind of guide the knee round and round. Or you might just use your right hand to guide the knee. So you're going to take the knee out to the side. Slowly drop it down towards the ground. Sweep the floor with your foot. And then take it back up. Beautiful. So nice big circle of the knee around. Beautiful. Now as always, if you want to keep the movements a little bit smaller, first of all, a little bit more contained, you're more than welcome to. That bit, or maybe that movement just gradually gets bigger. Lovely stuff. We're going to go twice more in this direction. So again, that's one. Beautiful. That's two. And then as the knee comes back into the center, we're going to change the direction, go round and round the other way. Beautiful. And again, maybe this movement within the hips feels a little bit clunky, or maybe we're starting to find that little bit more space, that little bit more freedom there. Maybe. Doesn't mean we have to. Okay. Let's go for another big breath in. Big breath out. Super. We're going to draw that thigh back in towards the belly. Again, give it a good old squeeze. I know those hips might be a little bit tired here. And then nice and easy. Let's let that foot come all the way down. Super well done. Okay. Same again on the other side. Let's draw that knee in towards the belly. And again, either using both hands or maybe just the left hand to take that knee out to the side. Drop the foot down towards the earth. And again, we might sweep the floor and draw it back in. Super. Oh, it's going couple times here. Well done. But at the same time, can we maybe think about lifting up through the heart space? So notice whether we're kind of rounding through the shoulders. Can we sit up nice and tall at the same time? Super. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then we're going to go round and round the other way. Well done. Yeah. Beautiful. Maybe sending the knee out that little bit wider. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Lovely. Draw that knee all the way back in. Give it one final little hug or squeeze. Again, the hips might be a little bit tired. And then slowly let it come all the way back down to the ground. Really well done. Okay. From here, let's again, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to let the lower body have a little rest. We've worked from the toes, the ankles, the knees to the hips. We're going to start to come towards the upper body and move the heart space around a little bit. So it might be quite nice to start with our seated cat and cow here. So hands down to the thighs. And as we take that deep breath in, we're going to think about growing taller and taller, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lift the heart space up to the sky, and then lifting the chin away from the chest, seeing how high we want to look up. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll down through the spine. So you're going to tuck the chin towards the chest, maybe creep the fingertips more towards your knees, rounding through the back, separate the shoulder blades left to right. Beautiful. Let's move through this softly a couple of times. So big breath in, heart to the sky. Big breath out, rounding through the back. Lovely, well done. Keep it going, moving with the breath. Let the breath be as loud as you'd like it to be. Maybe twice more here. And then just going one more time. Beautiful breath, really well done. As we inhale, let's gently come to our neutral spine. And then from here, let's bring our left fingertips across towards our right knee. Beautiful. Our right hand is maybe going to start to reach back behind us. Maybe you just reach it towards the back of the room. Or maybe you take hold of the back of the chair just to kind of guide you into that twist a little bit more. And really think about lengthening through the spine as well. So sit bones are rooting down, crown of the head is reaching up to the sky. And maybe it feels okay to have that little look back behind you if it feels okay for the head and neck. Or maybe just continue gazing out to that right hand side. Well done. Let's again take that big breath in. Big breath out. And then as we inhale, we're just going to gently unravel, come all the way back through the center, take it straight across to the other side. So your right hand comes across to that left knee. Left hand again might reach towards the back of the room, really lengthen out through the fingertips here. And maybe taking hold of the back of the chair as we start. Really well done. Okay. Sit bones rooting down, crown of head growing tall. Take another big breath in. And take another big breath out. Beautiful. Ever so gently as we inhale, let's unravel, come all the way back to face straight ahead. And then one more thing for the side body here, let's have our right arm just hanging out by our right hand side. Feel free to shake it off, so really let it get heavier and heavier. Beautiful. And then from here, you're going to rotate that right palm outwards. And then as we inhale, you're going to stretch it away from your body. Beautiful. So keep reaching up, up, up. Take it all the way up to the sky. And then as we exhale, take that little lean up and over to the left. Beautiful. See if you can find that beautiful stretch through that right hand side. And if, as always, if you want to take hold of the seat of the chair with that left hand, just to give you a little bit more support as we lean up and over here, you're more than welcome to. Lovely. Let's maybe think about rolling that right shoulder back just a tad. Have a little gaze up to the sky. One more breath in. One more breath out. Beautiful. And as we inhale, slowly rising all the way back up. And just let that right arm slowly drift all the way back down. Beautiful. And again, you're more than welcome to give it that little shimmy, little shake. Okay. And then change it over, hanging the left arm out by our left hand side. So again, shake it off. Beautiful. And then from here, rotate that left arm out to the side. Same again, really stretch it away from your body as you take it up to the sky. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Beautiful. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, little lean to the right. Beautiful. You're more than welcome to stay as you are, or maybe take the right hand to the seat of the chair, just to give you that little bit more support. Well done. And again, we really think about lengthening through that left arm as best as we can. Maybe there's that little roll of the left shoulder back. Maybe even gaze up to the sky. Beautiful. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Lovely. As we inhale, nice and easy, slowly coming all the way back. And let's let that left arm once again slowly come all the way down. Beautiful, well done. Let's bring the palms to hands back down to the thighs. And let's leave our kind of abdomen as it is. Let's maybe creep a little bit higher up to the shoulders. So, palms to hands down to the thighs. You're just going to have this nice little shoulder roll. So you're going to send the shoulders forward, then lift them up towards the ears, squeeze them back behind you, steadily let them come all the way down. Beautiful. And just keep that movement going. So you don't have to take a certain amount of rotations here, just keep that movement going. Maybe it gradually becomes that little bit more fluid in our body. It's lovely, so it gradually gets a little bit less clunky over time, maybe. Beautiful, and really aim for that maximum rotation as best as you can. So seeing how far forwards you can send the shoulders, how high you can lift them up, how far back, and really let them drop down, really well done. Maybe going twice more. Super. Maybe again, we connect it to the breath. Take a big breath in as you lift them up high. Big breath out as you send them down. Beautiful. Same again, but change in the direction. So again, see how far back, see how high, see how far forwards. Drop down. Beautiful. And just keep that going at a pace that feels comfortable to you. Knowing that we don't need to rush through the movement, so we can slow it down even more if we like. Beautiful. And maybe by slowing it down that little bit more, it allows us to find that small range of movements, maybe. Okay. Lovely. Maybe it's roughly twice more here. Use that breath. Inhale as they come up. Exhale as they come down. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Super well done. From here, let's take that big breath in. We're going to lift the shoulders up as high as they can go. This is one of my favorites. So almost like your shoulders can touch your earlobes here. And then as we exhale, just let the shoulders drop down and away. Beautiful. Twice more. Take a big breath in. Lift them up high. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Well done. And after that, feel free just to have a little wriggle, nothing too precise, just have a little shimmy, a little shake, making sure again the shoulders feel nice and relaxed. Well done. And then from here, let's let the movements creep down the length of the arms. So let's maybe come into the wrists and into the fingertips a little bit here. So really whole body. So let's have our right palm up to the sky, almost like we're holding a little dinner plate here. And then from here, using your left fingertips to gently pull the right fingertips down. So it's a deep stretch for the center of the palm here. Maybe also think about this right thumb. Can we really stretch that right thumb out to the right hand side? Well done. Beautiful. Making sure we're not pulling too harshly, just applying that little bit of pressure here. So again, feel that stretch across the center of the palm. Do we all feel it here? Yeah, lovely stuff. Let's hold for one more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then again, we're just going to gently release. And as you curl those right fingertips back in, just have a little wriggle. Beautiful. Super. And then from here, take it across to the side. So left hand holds that dinner plate. Fingertips of the right hand gently guide those left fingertips down. Beautiful. And again, think about that left thumb. Stretch it out to the left hand side. Maybe it's a similar stretching, or maybe it feels a little bit stronger stretching. Okay, one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Well done. And again, gently letting those left fingertips go. And as they come in, just have that little wriggle. Beautiful. Well done. Okay. And then from here, let's let that left hand have a rest. Come onto the right hand. You're just going to draw the fingertips into the center of your palm. And we're going to roll the wrists round. Beautiful. So really see if we can keep the movement isolated to the wrist rather than kind of taking it into the elbow. So just really rolling the wrist round and round. And it might feel a little bit more challenging with the fingertips curled in. Sometimes it feels easier to have the fingertips out wide. So you're more than welcome to try both variations and see what feels nicer for you. Beautiful. Almost like we're casting a spell. Lovely. Now see if we can change the direction going the other way. Beautiful. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Love, and then we can bring that movement to a close. Let's have a look on the other side. So again, close the fingers in and cast your spell. Lovely. What spell would be cast if we were watching? Sunshine. Sunshine. Ah, I love that. Sunshine and rainbows. I was going to think really deeply about it. I was going to think, what could I do?
Well, having a daughter who is in Cape Verde, 29 degrees, and a son-in-law in Guatemala, where it is 26 degrees.
Oh, my goodness. So we all like a gate crash. We'll take a lovely. Let's change the direction again. Maybe that's the spell we cast. Just to
absolutely, a bit more sunshine for us and they can have snow.
Actually, I think we'll put a spell on the border force and the baggage handlers who are both on strike.
Really?
And the driving instructors. And there's an ex-nurse, the nurses. Oh, so we'll put good spells on them.
I didn't realise baggage claim was going to
be yes, baggage claim.
We're supposed to be going away and we pulled out.
I've got a flight to catch as well on the 23rd. That's not good. Sorry, we've been doing this. Okay, we can bring that movement to a close. Let's have the arms out in front, almost like we're saying to someone stop. And then we're going to clench the fingertips again into the center of the palm, and then we're going to open and close the fist as fast as we can. Beautiful. Little bit of a strength exercise here. Let's keep the arms as long as we can. Beautiful. And really go as fast as we can. If we feel like this is too easy, maybe we take the arms to the sky and then rotate from the shoulder to have the palms to hands face towards one another. And again, as fast as you can. Quick, quick, quick. Super speedy. Beautiful. I think we can go a little bit quicker this. Come on. we might start to feel a little bit of an ache down to our forearms. Good. It's just showing that it's working. Let's have a little countdown. We're going to go for 10, for 9, keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. More time. Shake off. Really well done. So that's one of my favorite exercises, just to build a little bit strength into the forearms. We have done it before, but not in a while. And it's going to help us with things like gripping. So if you're taking hold of a cup of tea, it's going to make sure we have that standing grip. Someone's phone is going crazy.
It's mine, but I'm going to ignore it.
Okay, fair enough. Beautiful. So let's remind ourselves of our journey so far. So we start with toes, ankles, knees, hips. We've done the abdomen, side body stretches and some twists, shoulders, all the way down to the fingertips. Let's now creep up to the neck a little bit here. So let's start really simple, shall we? Let's take a big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to have a little look to the right hand side. So looking as far over to the right as we wish. Beautiful. Maybe keeping the chin roughly parallel down to the ground as we go. Gosh, someone really wants your attention, don't they? Beautiful. So having a little look around to the right, we're going to take one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then as we inhale, let's softly come all the way back through the center, looking straight ahead. It's really making me laugh how much your phone is going on. And then from here, let's have a little look round to the left. Beautiful. Good. Super. So chin again, roughly parallel down to the ground, just gazing as far down to the left as we wish. Maybe we already noticed a little stretch of the right side of the neck. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then as we inhale, coming back through the center, let's just take it twice more side to side, maybe moving through it a little bit more fluidly. So looking around to the right again. Take a breath in. Exhale through the center. Inhale to the left. Beautiful. Exhale through the center. One more time, side to side, to the right. Exhale through to the center. Inhale to the left. Beautiful. Again, let's exhale, come through the center. Wow. And then this time, yeah. Everyone's wanting our attention. We're going to take a big breath in. And then as we exhale, let's all drop the chin straight down towards the chest here. So there's that little stretch through the back of the neck. You can let the head be a little bit heavier here, maybe. Beautiful. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then as we inhale, let's see if we can keep the spine fairly stable here. Just taking the chin up to the sky. So we're not taking this into the back. It's not our cat and cow, but just letting the chin lift high to the sky. So maybe we feel that stretch across the front of the throat. Beautiful. And again, just looking up as high as we wish. Take one more breath in. And then as we exhale, let's again look all the way down. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Maybe there's a little bit more heaviness that creeps in here. And again, maybe there's that juicy stretch as well. Okay. Lovely. Take another breath in as we softly gaze back through the center and then softly take it all the way up to the sky. Well done. Again, keep the spine fairly neutral. Lovely. And then one more time, look both ways. So again, chin comes all the way back down, gazing down towards the ground. Beautiful. And then as we inhale, let's softly look all the way back up to the sky. Well done. Okay, now as we exhale, let's just look straight back ahead. Beautiful. Take another big breath in for me. As we exhale, this time we're going to drop our right ear down towards the right shoulder. So there's that little bit of a tilt through the head from one side. Beautiful. Making sure we're keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. I know it's really tempting to let that right shoulder lift up towards the ear. Let's see if we can keep it down. Go for one more big breath in for me. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll the chin all the way back down towards the chest, taking care as we move through this as always. And as we inhale, softly rolling across to the other side. So left ear down to left shoulder. Really well done. Beautiful. Maybe there's a little difference from one side to the other. Let's take one more big breath in. And then as we exhale, let's again roll the chin down towards the chest, stretching through the back of the neck. Super. And then inhaling to come across to the other side. Right ear down to the right shoulder. Well done. Okay. Let's go one more time, side to side. Final time on the right here. As we exhale, let's again go down chin to chest. And then final time, sweeping across to the left-hand side. Beautiful, well done. Let's go for one more big inhale. Exhale, chin comes all the way back down to the chest. Final moments here. And then as we inhale, we're just going to lift the head straight up through center. Beautiful, well done, okay. And feel free just to have a little wriggle, making sure the head feels nice and steady on top of the neck. Well done. So we've done the majority of the body, however, we're missing one vital part. What are we missing? It's right here. Beautiful. So we're going to move our face around a little bit. So we're going to do some of my favorite exercises. We're going to imagine we're chewing that real big sticky toffee. So we're going to move our mouths around. It's hard to do this whilst I'm talking at you. So when you're ready, start moving the mouth around like you've got that big sticky toffee, almost the kind that almost clamps your jaw shut. You have to really fight to get it back on. Beautiful. Let's not worry if we're pulling funny faces at each other. It's all good. Okay. Yeah, so really move the lips around from side to side. Lovely, opening and closing the mouth a little bit as well here. Beautiful. And if you were to do this for a really long time, you'd notice that the muscles in the face would start to tire here. And it might actually happen quite quickly because we're not used to using the muscles of the face in this way for that extended period of time. You might remember if you've had a big sticky toffee in the past that it's actually quite tiring to really kind of chew it. Beautiful. So let's keep this going. Maybe for 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. One more. Beautiful. Really well done. And then we're going to swallow that toffee, let it come down, almost like we can taste it. Savor that sweetness. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to check that toffee has gone. So we're going to open our mouth super, super wide and open the eyes wide at the same time. Feel free to make a little bit of noise at the same time. So we might go, almost like angels in the choir. Beautiful. And then to the opposite, close the eyes and then scrunch the face up super, super tight. Really wriggle through the nose as well. Almost like you want to make your face super, super small here. And then we're going to make it super, super wide. So you're really, really surprised. Oh my goodness. Make it super, super small. Same again. So again, we really want that contrast of drawing everything in. Beautiful. And then final time, making everything super, super big. Beautiful. Well done. And then gently bring that to the rest. Beautiful, well done. And then from here, now that we've got our eyes open, mouths open, maybe feeling a little bit more awake, super. Let's maybe just go through a little bit of self-massage, just for those points where we do tend to have quite a bit of tension through the face. So there's that key point around our temples here. Often when we get like a little bit of headache, we might take the 2-piece fingers to this place and just gently have that little circular motion. Making sure, however, that we're not pressing too hard into the space because that might actually cause a headache. So it's almost like a really gentle pressure, just a little circular motion. And feel free to maybe change the direction of that circular motion a couple of times. Beautiful. And then taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. And then slowly dragging the fingertips down a little bit and then take them behind the ear to that point where your bottom jaw connects to your skull. And again, that's a very key point where we might find a lot of tension. So as you bring the fingertips to that point, you might again have a circular motion, or you might kind of gently run the fingertips up and down a little bit. And feel free to separate the jaw a little bit, so let the bottom jaw fall away from the top just a little bit more. So again, we have that little bit more wriggle. And say that with that for a few more moments. One more big breath out. Beautiful. And then from here, final thing, we're going to bring these 2-piece fingers to the center of our brow, the space in between our eyebrows, and then just kind of guide the fingers up towards your hairline. Beautiful, well done. So up, and then perhaps drag them across a little bit. Beautiful. Sometimes when we're not really aware of it, we might find that we're actually kind of frowning quite often. So this is just a nice exercise, just to remind ourselves to soften through that tiny space. So finding softness through even the tiniest of spaces in the body here. Beautiful, well done. And maybe taking one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Lovely, and then from here, come all the way down the side space to the neck. And you might kind of reach across here. So one hand to the opposite side of the neck. Gently guide the fingertips down to your heart space and then changing over. So one hand after the other, stroking the side of the neck. Almost like we want to allow the neck to grow even longer here. Okay. Let's take one more big breath in. One more big breath out. And as always from here, it might be quite nice just to let the hands come down to rest on your heart space for a moment. It's beautiful. You can either place just one hand or maybe both. And this kind of concludes our whole journey of traveling all the way from the tips of our toes right to the tips of our fingertips, even through the face as well here. Take a big breath in for me. And a big breath out. Beautiful, well done. And we can softly let the hands fall away. And now that we've got the whole body moving and grooving a little bit more, let's maybe pick up the pace. So we're going to take ourselves on that little walk. Beautiful. So you can start nice and slow, first of all, picking up the feet. Beautiful. Maybe starting to swing those arms. And as always, we might think about where we're off to, trudging to the side. Maybe we're doing some Christmas shopping. Maybe we're off to get the Christmas turkey. Beautiful. Where could we be? I think someone said could be off to the pub, keep a little bit, why not? Okay. And because we really want to get there, we're desperate. Okay, we're going to speed it up a little bit. Beautiful. So picking up the pace. Pick up those knees, really swing those arms. Don't be afraid to make a lot of noise. And maybe take it even into a sprint. Beautiful. Super. Let's again have a little countdown. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodness. Well done, everyone. And then from here, let's take that big, beautiful breath in. Let's sweep the arms up to the sky, growing tall. And then as we exhale, palms to hands come together, and let's just softly lower the palms to hands down through the heart center. Beautiful. Fingertips are going to come to the top of the thighs. Take a big breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly creep the fingertips down the length of the legs and gently come into that fold. Beautiful. Okay. And let's maybe hang out in this fold for just a little bit of time. So let the head be heavy, let the shoulders perhaps roll forwards a little bit, releasing through the back of the neck. Lovely, taking one more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then as we inhale, we're going to have this slow, steady roll up through the spine, stacking up bone by bone, nice and easy. Beautiful. Maybe we let the head be the final thing to lift, and maybe as we come to the top here, let's have that little lift of the shoulders, so lift them all the way up to the ears, and again send them down and away. Beautiful. We spent a lot of time seated today. Maybe it's now time to come up to standing. So maybe slide that block just a little bit further out ahead of you. Plant the feet firmly down to the ground. You're welcome to bring your hands down to the knees just as you start to have that little shift of weight forwards, and then trust in the strength of the legs as we start to shift the weight towards our big toes. Push the feet into the earth and rising all the way up here. Beautiful. Let's again have that shrug of the shoulders back. Maybe we take the hands to the lower back. Just moving back so zoomies can see. We're going to take the hands to the lower spine, shift the weight towards our big toes, and take the heart space up to the sky. Beautiful. Think about squeezing the elbows together. Take one more big breath in. One more big breath out. One. Slowly come all the way back to neutral. Really well done. From here, take your time. Just have that little stroll round for that to come to stand behind your chair. I'm just going to move through a few little things in standing. So again, now that we've got the whole body moving, we're just going to kind of connect it all together. Maybe incorporate some moments of heart opening here, especially as the weather gets colder and colder. We perhaps spend most of our time kind of like this. So we're just going to allow those legs to softly peel back. Beautiful. So now that we've all arrived, stood behind our chair, let's making sure we are standing up nice and tall. You've got the majority of the mat back behind you. And then from here, as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up to the sky. Growing tall, reaching up through the fingertips, reaching up as high as you wish to. And as we exhale, take the slow, steady dive all the way down. And maybe hands come to the back of the chair, and we might fold forwards here. Or you might take that little step backwards and maybe you fold down towards the ground. It's entirely up to you. So folding as far as you'd like to go to Lovely stuff. Again, releasing through the back of the neck, let the head hang heavy. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. And then as we inhale, bending through the knees, slowly rolling up through the spine. We're going to take the hands back to the back of the chair if they're not already. Take a little step forward with the right foot and a big step back with the left. Beautiful. So launching that left foot back behind you. Let's see if we can keep that left heel lifted as best as we can. Sinking into that right knee, drop the hips down. Beautiful. Lovely little high on the chair. Well done. Now let's just take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then from here, let's maybe shift the weight forward slightly so you can shuffle that left foot in just a tad. Left heel flat down to the earth. Slide that right foot all the way back next to the left. And press the hips to the back of the room, driving the heart space forwards. So we come into our modified downward facing dog. Beautiful. So again, this is why a little bit of heart opening creeps in here. So as you keep the arms long towards the chair, let the heart space sink down towards the earth. Beautiful. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then we take a little bend through the knees. We lift our gaze so we can look forwards towards the chair. And then slowly start to walk the feet in, rolling up through the spine as we go. So we come all the way back to standing. Beautiful, well done. Same again, second side. So as we inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. And again, enjoy this moment of roll. Exhale, diving down, and it's your choice wherever you fold to. Maybe you fold towards the chair, or maybe you fold towards the earth. Well done. Take care. And again, we just hang out heavy for a moment. We take that big drink of breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful, bending through the knees. Let's again have that slow, steady roll up through the spine. Hands come to the back of the chair. And let's take that little step forward with the left foot this time. Big step back with the right. Beautiful. Okay, so that right heel again is lifted here. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. We have that nice deep bend through that left knee. Beautiful, well done. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Super. Again, a little shift of weight forwards just so we can hop that right foot in just a tad. Drop that right heel down. And then sliding that left foot all the way back there to the right. Back into your downward facing dog. So we keep the hands to the back of the chair, but we let the heart sink down to the earth. Beautiful. And the feet are underneath the hips, so we're still nice and steady here. Okay. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then again, let's bend through the knees, lift the gaze to look forward, and then slowly walk the feet in, rolling up through the spine as we go. Well done. Okay. We're going to add a little something in here. So starting in the same way, we're going to take another big breath in, sweep the arms to the sky, grow tall. And then as we exhale, again, we're going to dive it down to the earth or dive it down to the chair, your choice. So have that little fold, maybe take that little step back if you wish to. Okay. One more big breath in. And one more big breath out. And then bending through the knees, let's again have that slow, steady roll up through the spine. Hands come to the back of the chair if they're not there already. Stepping forwards, a little bit forwards with the right foot, and big step back with the left. So we come back into that high lunge, same as what we did before, beautiful. But again, let's think about this lift up to the heart space. Let's think about shoulders coming back and down. Let that heart of yours shine forward. So maybe the fingers get a little bit lighter to the back of the chair, beautiful. You might even take one arm up to the side. See how that feels. Maybe the other arm joins it, doesn't have to. Well done. Super. You can change over arms if you just want to work one arm at a time. Just do feel free to change over at your own pace. Well done. Take one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Well done. Slowly let the hands come back down towards the chair. Now let's again have that little shift of weight forward so you can bring that left heel flat down to the ground. But this time you're going to start to lengthen that right leg, and you're going to press your hips to the back of the room, soften through the elbows, and let the heart now dive forward. Beautiful. So we've got this nice deep stretch down to the back of the right leg. It might also creep down to the back of the left calf a little bit. So you might just soften through the elbows. You might even then rest your forearms into the back of the chair. Maybe even the forehead comes down to the back of the hands a little bit here. Well done. Okay. Beautiful. Spread those toes into the mat. Staying grounded in. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then we take that bend back into that right knee, rise back up onto the hands, nice and steady. And then you're going to slide that right foot all the way back, next to the left. Beautiful. Press the hips back, and we come back into that downward facing dog. Really well done. Let's again take a big breath in here. Big breath out. Bending through the knees, lift the gaze to look forwards, and we slowly walk the feet back in, gradually rolling up through the spine as we go. Beautiful. Again, second side, big breath in, sweep the arms up, growing small. And as you exhale, dive it into your variation of that fold. So either to the chair, maybe to the earth, your choice. Maybe we soften a little bit more into the fold each time. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bending through the knees, rolling up through the spine, nice and steady. And then hands come back to the back of the chair. A little step forwards with the left foot this time. Big step back with the right. Beautiful. And again, making sure we feel grounded. So this left toe spread into the earth, sinking into that left knee so we can lower our center of gravity a little bit. Think about shoulders back and down. So again, maybe things that get lighter and lighter. Maybe again, just one arm to the side. Lovely. Maybe both arms. And again, you can change over in your own time. Beautiful. If it feels a little bit wobbly, that's okay. You can come back to the chair at any moment. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Super. Hands come down to the back of the chair. Little hop with that right foot in, so that right foot flat down to the ground. And again, we're going to start to lengthen both legs. Press the hips to the back of the room. Soften through the elbows, dive the heart forwards. And again, maybe rest the forearms to the back of the chair. And maybe the forehead comes down to the back of the hands. Well done. Super well done. Same stretch just on the other side. Lovely. This is where you feel the stretch most. And then taking that big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. And then from here, bending back into that left knee. Little rise up through the heart space. So again, gently rise back up onto the hands. Keep that right foot planted, and you're going to step your left foot all the way back next to the right. And again, come back into that downward facing dog. Beautiful. Well done. Hips to the back. Heart sinking forwards. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then bending through the knees. Little look forward. Same again. Let's slowly walk the feet in as we roll up through the spine. Lovely. Stacking up bone by bone. We've got one more round to go. So let's again take that big breath in. Sweep the arms to the side. And as we exhale, diving all the way down to the chair, to the earth, your choice. Now we'll turn around. I feel like I'm not ignoring myself. Beautiful. Okay, so diving into that fold. Lovely. Hang out here. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bending through the knees, rolling on up through the spine. And let's again take the hands to the back of the chair. Let's take that little step forwards with the right foot. Big step back with the left, but this time, as you bring your left foot back behind you, you're going to drop your left heel down, turn your left toe down at 90 degrees, and see if it feels okay, and then reach your left arm to the back of the room. Beautiful. So we're kind of coming into a little warrior two here. So both feet flat down to the earth, right hand to the chair, sinking into that right knee, and then maybe just maybe, feel it, notice whether it feels okay, so let that right hand come away from the back of the chair. Maybe your right fingertips reach up to the side. Maybe that left hand just comes to the back of that left leg. Beautiful. So you're kind of leaning away from the chair here. Really well done. Keep sinking into that right knee as you go. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. And then from here, right hand comes back down to the back of the chair. Left hand to your left hip. Let's lengthen that right leg. And then slowly, so keeping the body open to the left-hand side, you're going to soften into that right elbow. Again, send your hips to the back of the room. So we come into our triangle shape. Maybe you rest your right forearm into the back of the chair. Maybe that left arm reaches up to the sky. Beautiful. So that right leg is long here. Maybe there's a little micro bend in the right knee. That's okay. Super. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Lovely. Let's gently bend back into that right knee. Slowly lower that left hand down. You can push down to that right hand to rise all the way back up. You're going to very gently let your left hand come all the way back to the back of the chair. Maybe we adjust that left foot slightly, so you might want to hop it in just a tad. And then from here, nice and easy, right foot all the way back, next to left. We come back to that downward facing dog. Really well done. Okay, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Bending through the knees, lift the gaze and look forwards. Let's again make our way to the top, so rolling up through the spine as you creep the feet in. And just the final side to go here. Big breath in, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive it back down into that fold. So again, to the chair or to the earth, your choice, whatever you're more comfortable with. Okay, one more breath in. One more breath out. Bending through the knees, slow, steady roll up through the spine. Hands to the back of the chair. Beautiful. Little step forward to the left foot. Big step back with the right. Now again, this time you drop your right heel down, turning those right toes out 90 degrees. We keep sinking into that left knee, and your right hand is going to reach to the back. Beautiful, well done. This is our warrior 2, second side. Okay. And then from here, maybe we feel sturdy, maybe we feel comfortable. So let that left hand float away from the chair. Maybe that left hand gradually reaches up to the sky. Maybe the right hand just rests the back of that right thigh. So again, keep sinking into that left knee. Beautiful. Almost like your left knee wants to dive towards the chair. One more breath. One more exhale. And then as we inhale, gently coming all the way back through. Left hand down to the back of the chair. Right hand to your right hip. We're going to lengthen that left leg. Beautiful. Start to press your hips to the back of the room. We soften through that left elbow. Beautiful. So it's like you want to let your left shoulder dive down towards the back of the chair. Maybe you then rest your forearm into the chair instead here. Maybe that right arm reaches up to the sky. Beautiful. We want to keep the body open to the right hand side. Yeah, lovely stuff. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful from here. You can let that right hand maybe come down to the right hip again. Push down to that left hand, soften into that left knee as you rise all the way back up. Let that right hand gently come back to the back of the chair. Maybe adjust that right foot just a tad. And then you're going to send that left foot all the way back to the right, down the facing dog. Beautiful, really well done everyone. Okay, let's again take that big drink of breath in. Big breath out. Bending through the knees, lift the gaze to look forward, and let's slowly make our way all the way back to the top. Beautiful. And as we rise up tall this time, let's have that one final moment just to grow tall, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, squeeze them back and down. Again, just notice how strong and sturdy we feel on our feet today. Beautiful. And then nice and easy, you can have that little walk around and come back to seated in your chair. Beautiful. As long as we need no rush. Lovely. Okay, do feel free to bring that one a little closer. And then from here, let's just take one more big breath in, sweeping the arms all the way up to the sky, growing tall. Palms to hands kept. As we exhale, let's just softly lower the palms to hands down through heart center. And again, maybe palms to hands come to rest on your heart space. Beautiful. Let's just take a moment here, shall we? Perhaps thinking back over our practice, thinking back to where we started, wriggling those toes, and that journey throughout the whole body up to the crown of the head, our fingertips, the movements of the face, gradually coming up to standing here. So much was involved in our practice today. So maybe just before we sink into our final movement of rest, reminding ourselves of all that we are here, reminding ourselves of how grateful we are for coming to our practice today, the final practice of the year. And then in your own time, you're welcome to keep the hands to the heart for just a few moments longer. Maybe have that little shuffle back into your seats. Let the spine now be supported by the back of the chair. Keeping the eyes closed. And just hold on to that gratitude, hold on to that appreciation. Big drink of breath in. Big breath out. Move the hands to your heart space. sending that warmth from your hands back into the body, ever so gently holding yourselves here. Reminding ourselves of the practice of santosha and finding that contentment whenever we can. Let's just take one more big breath all together. Big breath out. Arms to hands again, come together just in front of the heart. Let's seal the practice as we always do with that final blessing. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you at night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength throughout your being. May you walk through the world knowing its beauty all the days of your life. And with that, we take a little bow. Namaste. Namaste. Well done, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. So much for joining me today and coming out of your Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a beautiful Merry Christmas, whatever it is you get up to.
Thank you.
Before you go, yes, have a second one, maybe a third, who knows? All right, Paul, thank you so much for joining